If you own the 70-200 and you think that it just can't get that reach, maybe down to the edge over there, then I'm going to explain to you today why it's worthwhile getting one of these.
Hi everyone, hope you're all ticky to boo. Now, if money was no object, we would all buy every single lens that's out there, wouldn't we? In fact, we'd probably even have a private butler to drive them around for us.
Home, milady?
Home, Parker.
But most of us don't have unlimited funds, do we? And recently, I was watching a video by Danny Bly about his Sony 100-400 he brought and the benefits of it for landscape photos. So you should actually go and check his out because his channel's really great. Show him some love. The link will be up there or down there below. So as normal, after watching it, I was pretty tempted to go and buy it, especially when I saw the results he had. So I popped off to London Camera Exchange up in Exeter, and before I went in, I saw this little beauty in the window, and that gave me a little idea. But before we start looking at the results of it, here's today's little joke. So why are the Middle Ages sometimes referred to as the Dark Ages? Because they had so many knights.
Knights of the Round Table.
So what I'll do is show you some of the results of the photos and videos in a minute, and as always, if you want to get some of the images to play around with yourself, then let me know in the comments down below. But here's a little snippet of me out in the water, yeah, with it at 400mm, handheld. Look at the results of this. So what do you think of that? Pretty good. There wasn't any post-stabilisation afterwards. It was just straight out the camera. Did a bit of grading, of course. But I think this is one of the most underrated pieces of kit, to be honest with you, because most of us and most people's go-to lens, isn't it, after you watch everybody on YouTube, is the 70-200. And yes, I do own one, this little beauty here. It is the version 3. It is an EF one, but we've got the old adapters here on the RF lenses and things like that. Plus, get these little pop in and out filters. I'll show you another video on that another day. But why would you want to go and buy the 100-400 and stuff it in your bag as well? Because to be honest with you, it's pretty much the same size as this. And you imagine those two, it'd take up half your bag. When you can get this little beauty here and you can attach it and get, all right, it's not 100-400, but it's 140-400. And then you'd have the 100 on here anyway if you really needed it. And it's pretty easy to connect. All you need to do, yeah, is slot that in line with this, pop that in there, and there we go. Obviously, if you're using the RF lenses, you'd need to pop that one back on as well, like that. He says, let's get the old red bits in line, and there we are. Pretty big, I know, quite heavy, but all of a sudden, you've gone from the 200 lens right up to the 400 to give that extra distance. Well, that's enough of me rabbiting on. Let's have a look at some of the videos and shots. And like I said, if you want some of these sent out to you, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. So if you got enough money, go out and buy the 100-400, and if not, buy the old converter for your 70-200, because I think, to be honest with you, after watching a few videos on it and getting out with this myself now, I think it's something every photographer should have. You see, when I stood up on the cliff doing the intro to this, and taking some of the comparison shots. I looked down into the distance and saw a dog run into the water and some birds on the rocks out at sea and things like that. And they're shots, to be honest with you, would never have got hold of or got that close to anyway with the 70-200. It just gave you that extra bit of reach to go right out of the 400 and get shots like these. And the other reason, to be honest with you, is that when you look at Instagram and things like that, most people use a phone, yes I know, and it's in the back pocket and things like that. But your shots are going to stand out that little bit more because no way in this world will a phone reach out and get the focal length for 400, and then you'll get shots like these. So Danny, thanks a lot for getting me excited about this. I don't think I've ever held something as large, and it's going to be great for taking landscape stuff, you know, getting into that little detail, especially for wildlife photography, because you don't have to get close up to your subject and things like that and get those natural shots without scaring them. But I also think it's going to be great for motorsport. Yeah, if you don't really have to get in the close. That's the thing with it, the fact that you can get right in with 400 and get those awesome shots, and the surfing stuff as well, like these little shots. I'm sure you'll all agree, having that little adapter in your bag next to your 70-200 is awesome. Again, like I said, if you've got a big enough bag and you want to carry around the two, then fine. And there'll be links for these for Sony ones and Canon ones and things like that all down below if you're interested in getting one. And before I pop off, I just remembered, yeah, this is an f2.8, right? And when you put this on here, it does make it into a 5.6. But to be honest with you, that's not an issue when you're out in the daylight, is it? Yes, okay, for low light stuff, really low light stuff, you might need to take it off, but then you wouldn't be shooting away that far, would you anyway? So it isn't going to be bothering me. And I think the 100 to 200s, when I have a look at them anyway, I'll put it up here definitely. But I think they come out, those ones that are $2,000 at 5s or 4.5s anyway, so there isn't going to be that much difference. And don't forget, if you've got any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments down below. Yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we've got loads of stuff planned on here out in the water with some housings on $7,000 worth of equipment, which is going to be a bit scary but fun. And if you've liked this and enjoyed it, found it useful, give it a old thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Stay safe out there, everyone. Have fun making stuff. Keep smiling. Cheers for now.